Again, I'm Shelly Moise, and I'm the owner of Noel's Garden Home and Body, and I'm a little bit nervous. We're gonna be honest with you, I'm a little bit nervous today. But nevertheless, I hope you guys are having a good day. And we are going to get this soap. I do a method that is called the heat transfer method. And with the heat transfer method, you have your soft oils in one container and your hard oils in another container. And you add your hot lye to your hard oils and you use the heat from your lye to melt your oil. It's just another way, I think a quicker way to kind of melt your hard oils without having to use a microwave. Because your lye is already hot and because you already have to wait for your lye to cool down, it's just kind of a waste of energy to not use your hot lye to go ahead and melt those hard oils. The room that I am in does not have ventilation. So I had to do that part. These are my soft oils. I had to do that part off camera. Now this soap here, we use a ton of really delicious oils and butters, olive oil and cocoa butter and shea butter, palm oil and coconut oil, and just all kinds of awesome goodies. And to all those awesome goodies, I also add a few other things. I add in here, we've got a little bit of organic maple syrup. And I use maple syrup because for one reason, sugars help you with bubbles. In soap making, sugars help with bubbles. But I don't want to just use regular sugar, right? I want to use a natural sugar. And why? Because things like honey and maple syrup and molasses, those things are humectants. And they help to keep moisture in the skin. They help to hold moisture in the skin. Now also, we want our bars to be as awesome as they possibly can. So we're also going to use some kaolin clay and some colloidal oats that I have in here. Okay, we're going to add that right on in. And then we're going to get to mixing. So we're going to bring our stick blender in. We're going to tap it so that there isn't any air underneath here, or as little air as possible, and then get us started. Now I'm going to bring you in. Can you see where this here is a bit opaque while that is oily? What we're looking for is opaque all the way around. That tells us our saponification process has begun. Okay, we don't want to mix that too long. We want this batter to stay quite loose for a little while at least. Let's take our temperature. We are at 99 degrees. Okay, 99 degrees. This says, the fragrance says that it doesn't accelerate or cause any problems. And the fragrance that we're using is called Apple Sage. And it's by Brambleberry. And I absolutely love this fragrance. I mean, I love it. I make some of everything with this fragrance. So we're going to stir that in just a bit. And then I'm going to stick blend this in a bit just to make sure that that fragrance is well incorporated, because what we don't want to happen is for that fragrance to separate out and leave us with soap on the bottom and fragrance on the top. And that will happen if you don't incorporate your fragrance in well enough. Okay. See how it's opaque there and then oily here? I don't know if you can see that well in the camera. But we don't want that. We want everything mixed in well, blended in well. But again, we don't want to overblend this. Okay. So in here, I'm going to add my green. Going to add my blue. And add my purple. And let's see what these colors look like. This batter, this one we have here, we want this white. I wanted that white. And so I mixed up my white color. We'll see how that does. So we'll start with our pour. Green here. Let's get some of that in. Most of that in. That's pretty thick. It's very nice. Okay. And we're going to pour this up high. We want it to sink in. It's very nice. Okay. Come here to our purple. Pour that again from up high because we want that to sink in. Okay. Come here to our green. Loosen that up a little bit. And pour it from up high. And I'm sorry that I'm bringing this so close to the camera, but I want that to sink in. I don't want it to sit on top. All right, now let's stir this a bit. Get it just a bit loose. It's not very much of it, so I don't know how far down that's going to sink, but we'll see. We will see. And then I'll use, I think, most of this. Let's scrape that. You know, a lot of times we have a plan, but a lot of times we just kind of go with the flow. Gotta just kind of go with the flow. because soap will do what it wants to do. It really will. Okay, we'll come back to that. Now, the rest of our blue. Next time I'll know to position this camera differently. And our, looks like our purple was next. Our purple. Oh no! That'll be okay. And then our green. We don't have much green left, so that's not sinking in. That'll sit on top. Now, what I am going to do is tap that to even it out just a bit. And this was just the color that I used. All right, now we're done. I'm not gonna do a spoon. All right, y'all. I can't slant it because then it'll run all over the place. But perhaps I can come back a little later and show it.